What's going on, Toppers family? It's time again for my top 3 hats of this week from Topperzstore Europe and Topperzstore USA. And the selection was, like always, quite hard, but this time a lot of my favorites that I was already waiting for arrived and dropped this week. So probably I already know that hats, of course, from the design process. Then we ordered those hats, then we have to wait. Finally, they arrive. Everything has to be prepared and all that stuff. So we have those hats already in hand, sometime ahead before we drop them. And sometimes, to be honest, it's really hard not to show them off because we are always super excited about those hats, of course. And let's jump into this. I would like to show you my top 3 hats of this week. And first this week will be Topperzstore in Europe. And this was a week, a fantastic mixture of classic hats and some crazy hats, right? And I would like to start with my third place. And this is an absolute classic hat. And yeah, I always appreciate to do hats like this because it's not that often that clean hats like this are dropping, right? So the Detroit Tigers in a classic Detroit Tigers colorway. We got the navy crown, we got this orange visor, super classic, and we used the Comerica Park side patch with the silver bats. Just small little silver details to keep it classic as much as possible. And of course we got a gray UV white guts and a Cooperstown Betty, absolute classic in the back. This is my third place this week from Topperzstore in Europe. My second place is a hat that we dropped on both stores in the last stream, right? So it's probably the team that my pronunciation is not the best on, but I try to learn that, of course. It's the Bradenton Marauders, and this beauty dropped on the Monday stream on both stores at Topperzstore USA and at Topperzstore in Europe. We got the black satin brim, and if you're a real pirate, this is your hat. We got the metallic black pearl in the front, metallic gold outlines, and then we got this super nice 2014 All-Star Game side patch with the crossed bats, and we got a minor league logo in the back, a flat logo, gray UV, white guts, absolute beauty of a hat. This was my second place this week, and my first place this week was more or less the lost version of this, and it was a shock drop in Europe. And boy, oh boy, I mean, I love this logo, and I thought it has to be done also on a dark green hat. So my first place goes to the Bowman Golden Gators. And look at this. It turned out to be so great. The embroidery from New Era on these hats is absolutely top-notch, fantastic, absolutely nice. And we got flat minor league Batman on the back. And the thing I love about that side patch, besides that it shines like crazy, is that the bat, you can see it here, is raised. These metallics look fantastic on the green hat, gray UV, white guts, beauty. So this is my first place this week at Topperzstore in Europe. Now, flying over, like me, to the United States now. When you see this video, I'm already in New York. So I would like to start with the third place, and this thing came out so good. So another version of a hat that we already dropped, and this one is crazy. So the second version of the Reaper with the purple crown, with the black visor, and look at the shine of this fantastic logo. We of course added glow in the dark into this one. Then we got the R on the side from the Rochester Red Wings with the silver outline, and look at the shine of this hat. So there is also the silver Batman on the back. The Reaper dropped this week at Topperzstore USA as a Views from the Vault exclusive. And oh, this is a beauty of a hat, right? So this is my third place this week, and I would put in much more hats if I could, but the challenge on this one is to decide just 3 hats from each store. So my second place is this beauty, super clean hat, and I'm a sucker for black domes with Kelly green UVs, and this turned out to be fantastic. Baltimore Orioles the copper Angry Bird in the front with seashell. Yeah, all my favorite colors gone together. And when Pierre and I did this hat, we were so excited about this one. Flat embroidery in the front, super nice vintage touch through this, and also the seashell and this side patch. Look at this side patch. 30th anniversary of the World Series. Goes so well together. Seashell, gold, copper, and orange, of course. Then we got this flat Cooperstown Batman on the back. Kelly green UV, white guts. Beauty. Beauty. Now coming to my first place, and it was time that we bring another select hat. And when Pierre and I did this design session, we were going through a lot of hats, and the Fighting Phils, they have a lot of really good logos. And this is a dedication to a true childhood legend, of course, and if you know, you know. And this is wild. This hat is wild, but for a collector like me, or for a collector like Pierre, or for a collector like you, this is an absolute must-have. And we got the R in the front with the American flag, with the silver. Then we got the whole hat made in a pinwheel of the red, white, and blue. We got the fight-ins on the side, and we got a blue satin brim. Look at this beauty. And of course, the special touch is on the back, because we got also this American flag with silver outline in the back. Gray UV, white guts, absolute beauty. This hat, select version, very limited, dropped this week at Topperzstore USA. So these were my top 3 hats from both stores this week. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I would like to give you an information. Due to the fact that I'm in the US while you are watching right now, there will be no stream tomorrow, okay? But there will be another stream the week after, and we try to do the late night with Pat and Pierre this week on Views from the Vault. So tune in, watch this. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me also know in the comments below what were your favorite hats this week. Which hats did you buy? And yeah, thank you for tuning in. And of course, one more thing. If you would hit the subscribe button, this would help us a lot for the channel. Thank you very much, and see you next time.